Machine learning has brought the dire wolf back from extinction. Shopify's CEO says you're gonna use AI or else. And meet the teen who made $1 million a day but couldn't get into college. All that and more is coming up right now. This one's for all of the Game of Thrones fans out there. The dire wolf has been brought back from extinction after 10,000 years, sort of, by colossal biosciences.
The howl of a dire wolf hasn't been heard on planet Earth for more than 10,000 years. That's because the species is extinct, or was. Colossal Biosciences is a Dallas-based company that's using genetic engineering to de-extinct long-gone species. And this is the first time Colossal's dire wolf pups, who are now 6 months old, have been seen by the public.
So what they've done is used machine learning AI to analyze the gene sequence of the dire wolf from fossils and edited the gene sequence from a gray wolf in order to bring the dire wolf back. A lot of people saying, that's not quite de-extinction the way you're saying. Little asterisk there. But hey, who can argue with it when you see these pups, Romulus, Remus, and Khaleesi? Oh, how about that? That seems right, doesn't it?
Our goal in the Dire Wolf Project, just like with all de-extinction projects, is to re-engineer the core traits, the core characteristics that made these extinct species unique and able to fill whatever role that they filled in their ecosystems when they were still alive.
So AI in this context is showing off that for the biotech sector, AI is becoming a secret weapon. They're now going to be able to take wild sci-fi moonshots and turn them into actual R&D roadmaps that investors can get behind. I feel like they've thrown the doors open on a whole new Wild West era, even with a lot of people online basically saying, hey, maybe you should have paid attention to what Jeff Goldblum said in Jurassic Park. Let me know what you think about that after you've gone and had a look at the pictures of these beautiful pups on the Full-Time magazine article over there. We got it linked for you from WednesdAI.com. Aww. Huge news in the content creation space after people waiting for it and speculating how long it was going to take. Midjourney finally dropped version 7.
You can talk to the bot like a human because your prompt is now being run by a large language model. It's not going to reply back to you, but you can say, put her in a purple dress, and it will adjust your prompt accordingly. This is really like vibe prompting now. You can say things like, what if she looked like she was from outer space? And legit, you can use your voice to speak to it. Can you keep her outfit the same colors but make her wear a space outfit? You can iterate on the image set really easily.
So iterations came fast and furious previously, but 7, they made us wait for over a year. Now this one's got faster rendering, better prompt accuracy, and anatomically correct hands, so they say, but I've seen some people on X picking that one apart. Now that's not even all of the big news coming out of the creative side of the AI spectrum. You got Runway, they've just come out with the Gen 4 video model, stealing the spotlight. Higgsfield has come out with unparalleled camera control. Udio has introduced some new tools for making music. Pika's brought out a whole suite of easy to pick up and run with templates. I've been having a lot of fun with those on social media and a whole bunch of creative tools rolling out like that. Now, OpenAI, they've upgraded their image generation model inside ChatGPT, but all of these platforms are not waiting for them to catch up. A lot of stuff happening in the creative scene. And like I always say at the end of the show, if you're making something cool with AI, send it to me. I want to see it. And in the meantime, go catch up with all these new updates at WednesdAI.com right now. We were about to run with a story about how the CEO of Shopify put out a new policy to all departments across the company saying no hiring unless an AI can't do that job, and they got to prove it.
The company's CEO said that before asking for more headcount and resources, workers will be expected to prove why they can't get done what they want by using AI. He laid out a thought experiment for staffers. What would this area look like if autonomous AI agents were already part of the team? He said asking that question, in his words, can lead to really fun discussions and projects.
And just as we were about to run with that story, the news came out about a leaked internal memo.
So this is a leaked email from the CEO of Shopify, and it details just how fast things are changing in the world of business and how we work. Agents will be treated like teammates and not tools. And yeah, I mean, listen, change can be overwhelming, but it's also exciting, and I think this is remarkable leadership from Toby Lutka.
So as of now, using AI at Shopify is a baseline expectation. He urges staff to use it for everything from prototyping to decision making. Teams, like I said, have to justify headcount growth by proving that AI can't do the job. And this is something performance reviews will now include. AI usage and tinkering is no longer optional.
So overall, I think this is a forward-looking memo. It is short on details on what people should actually do, but that's just the nature of where we're at with this technology. I can imagine the worst way of teaching your employees about AI, spending months making courses about how to use ChatGPT, and then finding it's irrelevant in a week or so after it's published. I am always on the lookout for new AI tools, but I try to do a thorough workflow review about once per quarter and really ask myself what tasks can now be automated or replaced with AI. It may be worth doing something similar in your own work, whether it's once per quarter or even once per month.
So the business insight here seems obvious. If the employees at your company are not using AI like it's a second brain, your competitors probably are. We've been covering the ongoing story about copyright as it pertains to training AI models. And now a new study has come out saying that OpenAI's AI models, including GPT-4, may have memorized copyrighted content during training.
For instance, if a specific poem or code snippet appears frequently online, AI may capture it exactly, leading to potential copyright issues. This challenges the assumption that AI-generated content is always original. The implications are serious for creators. If their work is replicated unknowingly, they may lose control over it. As a result, using AI in commercial settings like publishing or software development can pose legal risks.
So researchers have found that the models were able to accurately predict the missing word in fiction works and in news articles. And they say that this proves that the model was trained on copyrighted material. Now, as we keep saying, OpenAI insists all the way along that their training methods are in line with fair use principles and they're within their legal rights. Now, it gets into a whole quandary about ethical considerations and the need for clearer directives on what is and isn't allowed from a regulation standpoint. Very deep and complicated issue that just seems to get more deep and complicated every time we look at it. But you can get caught up with these new developments at WednesdAI.com right now. There's a lot of talk these days about how young people who are getting into AI now are one day soon going to eat the lunches of the older generation who either never got all the way into it or never quite figured out how to use it for their business. Well, to that point, meet 17-year-old Zach Yadagari, who created a viral AI-powered study app and a calorie counting app used by over 100,000 people, but was rejected by 15 top universities.
This 17-year-old high school student built an AI nutrition app that's now worth $12 million. Meet Zach from the US. He created an app called Cal AI. It's super simple. Just snap a photo of your meal, and the app instantly breaks it down. Calories, protein, carbs, fats, everything you need to know. In just 4 months, Cal AI gained thousands of users and is now helping over 1 million people track their meals.
He was rejected by Stanford, rejected by MIT, and instead of spiraling, he's going to take a gap year and focus on building startups full time. He says that product building has taught him more than school ever could, and that institutions, whether you're talking about school or businesses, the usual recruiting methods might be out of step with the times and just not even know what they're looking at when it's right in front of them, that they would let somebody like Zach slip through the cracks.
Like, what was the philosophy behind Cal AI? Was it really just as simple as you tried MyFitnessPal and it was clunky?
The idea definitely came a lot from the sense that existing apps were just so out of style and outdated. Cal AI was the solution to these. We had a few different ideas of what we could build. Part of the reason we chose Cal AI, we knew we could make it go viral on social media. That's a big thing with validating ideas that I go for. It's making sure that we know how we're going to blow it up. If we have a product that we think this is a really cool product, but there's nothing to tap into on social media, no niche, no influencer to promote it, it's going to be 10 times harder than if you have an audience and then you could just show the product to the audience instead of trying to find the audience.
So in the age of AI, shipping real tools matters more than any kind of credentials. And for hiring managers and VCs, it's a clear warning. If you're still filtering for Ivy League logos, you're probably missing the builders who are going to eat your lunch. And wrapping things up with the videos of the week, first is the story of an assassin with a sentient sword. This is Katana by Solo Films.
Strange, isn't it? How familiar a voice can feel. Even after they've told you to destroy it, but they never told you who I was. Who we were. Do you feel it? That hollow ache where memory once lived.
And next up, I don't even know what I just saw between the song, you'll know it when you hear it, and the visuals, this interesting cyborg, cowboy, zombie concept that I don't know where they're coming from, except they're showing me that I don't think we're all that far off from getting fully AI-generated animated feature films. This is nuts. Check out Maculate's song, Rolling Down the Street. And that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Every week here at WednesdAI, we strive to bring you the biggest stories from the world of AI in a concise and entertaining package. But if you want to get it first, then get on over to WednesdAI.com, sign up for the newsletter, and you're going to get it sent straight to your inbox and know about all this stuff before you even hear me say it. Now, if you're making something cool in AI, or you got a link, something we should talk about, maybe a video we should feature, send the link on over to us. We need it. We're on X, Instagram, LinkedIn. Leave a comment on YouTube or wherever you're watching this. Send an email. Or heck, at this stage, with the way these direwolf things are going, I'm sure that at some point scientists are going to be able to use machine learning to just like go through every thought you ever had. And I'll just pluck it out of there once they catalog it. Everything everybody ever thought available to all throughout space and time. This is where we're going, folks. Hope you're ready. I'm ready for the next episode. See you next week.
Fire!